Well, hi everybody. This is Wednesday,
Good afternoon.
May the
15th. May the 15th.
15th. Is it?
It is May the 15th. All day today. It's been
Well,
that way for
don't worry.
12 hours
You know,
for us.
I-
15 hours.
May has gone on so slow for me. April drug by. I thought April would never be over, and I can't. I think we're at the end of May already.
We're in the middle.
And we're not.
We're in the middle of May.
I know. Today's payday.
Oh.
Yeah. Got church?
Get church right here at Canonsburg UP Church. If you need a place to be on Sunday morning at 8:30 or 11, this is the place to be. We will love you.
It's a great
We will
place to
teach
be on
you.
a Wednesday afternoon, though, too.
Oh, and it's a great place on Wednesday afternoon.
You know,
Great music.
I came in today and nobody was here, and I said, "Hey, God, how you doing?"
Did you? There you go. I think
And you know what he
that.
said to me?
Huh?
You know what he said to me?
What?
He said,
He said, "Who loves you, Al?"
What did he say in here?
in here, yeah, he said.
He said,
He
"Who
said,
loves
"I
you,
love
Al?"
you." Yeah, who loves you, Al? That's what he said. That's what he said.
Well, that's my,
Beautiful place for you to play music.
yeah.
We
You
walked in, and Al's, merrily plunking away.
Well, you sound so much better in here. I mean, I at home, if I played the same thing, it would sound yucky. But
No.
when you play it in here, it's
kind of a nice piano,
It just
too.
sounds
No,
nicer.
well then no.
I agree.
Nothing you do is zucky. You got your grass cut?
I did. I cut it Monday,
Oh, you did?
and when I got home on Monday,
Oh, did you?
Nice.
So you're cruising now?
I'm good till Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
We're in the twice a week mode right now.
Well, yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
How
Yeah.
often do you cut your grass?
I am not
He
cutting
doesn't.
it much at all.
How often do your sons?
Yeah, that's not twice a week. Let me tell you.
No.
But by the way, speaking of we'll call it change, right? So
What's this?
this Sunday,
Oh,
Yeah.
we're
from
changing
Easter
from
yeah.
white to red.
Pentecost.
Pentecost Sunday.
That's right. Wear
got
your
red.
red on
You
Sunday
got
if
your
you're
red.
coming to church. I don't have any
Like
red.
this looks super weird. So
Well, it looks very
I'm
orthodox.
not doing that. Yeah,
It's very
not the,
orthodox.
this is for our Bible, not for a.
Oh, that's
stole.
what that's
Yeah,
for.
that's not. That's
I
not
was
my
thinking it'd
stole.
look nice
Yeah,
on the
but
pi-
it's
I
for
was
that-
thinking
just
it
for
looked
that
nice on a
Bible?
piano bench.
for that Bible right there. I stole it off just to celebrate.
Okay.
Just to it'll
White
go
to
right
red.
back there when we're done.
I thought it was for the piano bench.
Oh, do you want one on the piano bench?
I would like to have one on my piano bench at home.
At home. Okay. All right. Hey, if you want to support, yeah, you hear this on podcast. If you want to support the channel,
Oh,
you can send Kenton a red.
No, not necessarily
you
red.
You want a white piano bench cover.
Not not white.
It's got to be red
no.
and white so he can flip it over halfway through the year. He doesn't.
No, I don't want to have to do none of
Communion,
that.
a
no.
communion table thing for Kenton to put his butt on. That doesn't sound right. No,
That's too much.
not-
I had a nice.
you just want a nice
My mom had a scarf that she kept on her
scarf.
buffet.
Okay.
That you put on the
Table
top.
runner.
Yeah, and it was all intricately needle pointed.
Ooh.
Well, I lost that.
Okay. If you want to support the channel,
No.
buy Kenton.
No. I also need a DVD player then.
That is true.
Yeah.
Did you have that going across your piano seat? Piano.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry you lost it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That happens. I'm glad I lost a lot of it.
I will do something to make it up for you.
No, that's okay, Dawn.
No, right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh, no.
When was Kenton's birthday? 2 months?
Oh, this is the
February
15th.
20.
Yeah.
March 27th.
27th.
Yeah. So we're like 6 weeks, 7 weeks since your birthday.
You want to get me something?
I'm gonna get you something.
You bought me flowers. Where did you find those? And you thought I was crazy.
I'll have it upside down. Look at that, Al.
Oh,
Pickup sticks.
Yeah, I
Pickup
heard you
sticks.
guys talked about them though when I was in here.
Where'd you get them at
Are
the
they different colors?
Cracker Barrel?
Yeah. There's only one problem with the box itself. There's a little piece that
Oh
comes off.
no!
It's
Oh,
just
they
the box.
They are different colors because
Look
you
at
get
that.
different points for different colors.
Classic set of pickup sticks.
Well, no, they should be. The whole thing should be. One should be red, and yellow, blue,
Well,
white.
they've got different colors on them.
The ends.
Oh, I
One
see.
end's
Okay.
red, one end's blue.
Okay.
Yep. And then there's
I guess that's all
yellow
you
in the
need.
middle of some of them, but not.
You're used to the little plastic ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, these are wooden. These
Those are nice.
And then there's a special one in here. See the special
Oh yeah, there's
one?
a black one. Yeah. That's
Well,
That's
there's this one.
you use that to move the other ones.
yeah.
So there you
I
go.
can't believe I remember that.
Yeah. So this is for you.
Oh, no, sir.
There's even instructions about how to play the game.
So
Just
you're
in
going to
case
find
you-
me
just
dead
in
with
case you've
pickup
been
sticks
playing
in
it
my
wrong
hand.
all this time.
Would
the
you
end-
buy me?
did
Will
the
you
end
buy
of the
me
box
jacks
come off?
next?
Yeah, the end of the box came off. That's why I had the piece of tape on there.
That's
Will you
why
buy
it
me
was on
jacks?
Special.
Yeah, well,
Little glue.
just a little glue.
Could you get?
For a woodworker, that would be easy, wouldn't it?
I think.
For a
Yeah.
non-woodworker, it'd be pretty easy.
Oh, that's so nice,
just
Don.
saying.
Pickup sticks. I need jacks too.
Well,
Little metal ones.
one at a time. If you want to support the channel.
Not those big plastic ugly ones.
Okay.
Little metal ones with a Super Bowl.
Little metal
You
ones
do
with
know what I mean by a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you bounce the ball, you pick up the jacks.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
and then you catch
I
the
was a
ball
pro,
before it
man.
comes down.
He wants the Super Bowl so that it's easier.
It bounces higher. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe it does.
You got to play on concrete.
You got to catch it no matter what.
Or at a kitchen table.
Alvin, help him.
I was gonna say, I think this goes in one way better than the other.
He needs.
Yeah, it goes in that way better. Interesting.
Well,
There you go.
Happy
that is the
birthday
kindest
to
thing.
you.
Thank you.
Yep. So
What,
there you go.
you had this in your pocket all this time.
I did. Yep. Yep.
They're,
Over lunch.
They're warm.
Yep.
Oh, that's so kind.
I only want to.
Don.
I only want to be kind to you in front of other people. You know, I want to be
Well,
kind to you behind the scenes.
you
so
can
it's,
take it back when I'm done.
Thank you.
Did you let Bria play with them?
No. Just for you.
They're unplayed with.
I know I didn't play with them.
Okay.
It's
You
possible.
didn't try them out just to see how much fun that game is?
It is fun.
No, I didn't want to ruin Kenton's ability to enjoy them.
Well, after the video,
I
we're
broke
gonna
'em.
we're gonna play. Where'd you buy these at?
I didn't.
Cracker Barrel.
No. The truth is that I did some spring cleaning and I found them in my home. I have no idea how we got them. Not surprised that we would end up with random stuff. So,
No, me either.
But as
This
soon as I
looks
saw it, I
like
said, Kenton.
Yeah, this could have been like maybe out west somewhere.
Could have been.
When you were on the trip.
Nah.
Somebody picked them up. No,
Nah.
you think?
We're not buying that.
That's kind of Indian, kind of southwestern.
I guess.
Yeah,
I think the instructions say something about China.
made in China.
There you go. The
Well, yeah.
sticker on the box. There you go.
Well, no, like, made in
What does it say?
Nevada.
Does it really? I
No,
don't think so.
thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, enjoy your
That's
pickup
so
sticks.
kind.
Yeah, it'll keep you busy.
So Pentecost, it's 5 something.
I always forget, but it's 50 days since Easter.
50.
50 days
Is
since
it
Easter.
50?
Yeah, although the counting of those days might very well not include Sundays. I can never remember. But
It probably doesn't.
it's
Easter was the 20.
It was
31st.
March, end of March.
It was the 31st, right? My thing was the 24th, the 31st,
so that would be 50 days, not including Sundays. Yeah.
and this is May 15th.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, wait, no, it won't be.
Yeah,
And it's the start of Pentecost, and how long does Pentecost last?
Pentecost is one day. It's just
one day.
So, no, yeah, it's just coming
Pentecost
up.
Sunday is this Sunday.
And Pentecost is the day that Jesus appeared to his apostles?
No, that was already done. This is the Holy Spirit.
Ascending,
Holy Spirit comes and
descending.
You know, the disciples are gathered together in an upper room, and like tongues of fire resting on their heads and wind, and then next thing you know, they start speaking in other languages.
That's a great story.
It's great. Well, we're gonna.
Are you going to tell that story on Sunday?
Yeah.
I hope you do.
In so many words.
I'll try to pay attention.
Oh, good. That's nice. There's a good.
I paid attention last Sunday.
Nice. Do you remember what it was about?
Uh,
That's all right. Don't have to.
it was fear,
There. Yeah.
and the first Sunday was fear of.
Come on.
I don't want to work that hard. And last Sunday was fear of.
What are you afraid of with my son? You're
with
afraid to
what?
let go.
Oh,
Right.
fear of letting
Fear
go.
of
yeah.
letting go. Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was
the
last
Sunday
week.
before that was fear of enemies.
Fear
Right,
of, that's right.
Yeah. So
And I have neither.
you have neither enemies nor a fear of letting go.
Neither. I don't have any enemies. I don't think, and I don't care at this point.
Good. I think.
know?
I think it's. I mean, there may. I think probably in our minds, in North America especially, we probably have more perceived enemies than real enemies.
Absolutely.
When you actually get together, like I say, oh, you're wearing Penn State. I'm a Michigan fan. We have to be enemies. Well, that's
silly.
it's not. We're not really enemies.
Well, and that's, and I've said this 1,000 times. When did politics get so emotional?
There you go.
But it's the way of the world these days.
So what we're going to talk about?
What, Don?
Sunday?
What? I can't wait. This is a nail biter.
Kind of. I mean, it kind of it
a
tries
fear
a
of
little bit like that, but a fear of the world and others. So enemies are more obvious. Like, Penn State, Michigan get on the football field, and at least for 60 minutes, they're enemies.
We're talking about a general fear here on Sunday.
Yeah, we're talking about So like, whatever's out there.
Well, let me ask you something to relate it to
Fear of the
Pentecost.
unknown or what might happen. You don't really.
You
don't have any control over, and it's happening out there. And you just hear about it. And you think it might come home.
Oh
yeah. I think there's going to be a tie-in with that. Yeah, although there is, and I'm trying to remember exactly what this is.
I have to tell you the truth. I'm afraid to go shopping in the mall.
Unknown / future that we're also going to deal with on our last Sunday when we celebrate graduates. So
that's a good one.
We're gonna. I can't remember exactly how that ties in, but I thought
fear of what the future holds.
Yeah, I think that's kind of. I thought that would be appropriate because graduation Sunday, and then you know what next Sunday will be. This is, I think, the most. This also ties in perfectly.
Next Sunday.
What's next weekend? Not this weekend.
Memorial Day.
What's a fear that might connect?
This is on the 26th.
I already told you about this.
Fear that war will break out?
Okay. What happens in war?
People get killed.
Yeah. So fear of
death.
Dying.
Fear of death. We're gonna talk about that. I think that's a fear that I know you said I've got no fear of death. That's fine.
Don't.
That's fine. He has no fear at all.
I'm anxious to see what's next.
Fear of death. We just a couple weeks ago we got this thing in the mail about meeting with an elder attorney, a free seminar down at the library to meet with an elder law attorney. And I always thought, well, I wonder what an elder law attorney does. I'm going to go to this.
Did you go?
So we went to it, and Jeannie Jones was there, and we ended up sitting right next to her. And we sat in the front row, and we caused a disturbance. My phone rang a couple times. He had to tell me to turn my phone off. She was taking pictures of the screen, and she got yelled at for taking pictures. And we tried to keep under control during the seminar, and but that was about about how to handle your estate and your life and being prepared for when you die.
Yeah, that is a way to address fears, because fear of the unknown.
Well, you get your ducks in a row.
Preparing for it, yeah.
You get your ducks in a row. See, I did that years ago.
Yeah, I joked last Sunday. Was that when it was? Because we're talking about the kids about or was it the first Sunday? When you're your estate, where you got 3 kids. Somebody gets the extra percent, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
You can say 33 1/3.
But it's somewhat. I mean, it's that number never is divisible.
33
1/3.
That 3. It's there's
33.3333.
Yeah, I was gonna say it goes on forever. So, I guess you probably do that.
So it gets down to a penny. This guy gets a penny more than that guy does.
Yeah.
I guess technically I did 34%. I'm not going to tell you which one. So.
Oh, that's how you wrote your will up.
33, 33. Not my will, but my
wishes.
No, my insurance. My
life insurance.
Life insurance.
I don't have life insurance.
They're secondary.
Because they won't let you put decimals in.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just filled it out.
You're going to leave 3. What about Bridget?
She's the primary beneficiary. Okay. You got to have a secondary beneficiary.
Yeah, in case you both go at the same time.
Does she know that?
Yeah.
Because I don't want her tripping you down the steps.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she gets it all. Whatever. Okay. She kills me. She kills me.
Well, then there's a problem with getting it.
Well,
usually that doesn't look too well by the insurance. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. I'll have Perry Mason and Paul Drake investigate.
But then, no, if she kills me, she should definitely get it, because she's going to need it.
That's a lot of work.
I agree.
Well, that's a lot of
I don't
coffee.
think she's
Put the
interested.
plan together and execute it. And,
Yeah, that's a lot of coffee.
She's not interested in doing that.
No.
Nobody's interested in being I don't think deep down anybody really wants to be a single parent. I don't care what your age
No,
of your
I don't
kids
think
are.
anybody wants to be a serial killer either.
Might be some people who do. I don't know. I don't.
No, I me either.
No.
Alvin?
I only want to kill one
no,
person.
not me either. Sorry.
There's only one person I want to kill out. It's only one.
Who is it?
One. Just a nice pillow. Just kind of. I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would.
I would, but I gotta say publicly I wouldn't do it. If you turn up dead like that, then we got all this evidence that's going to point to me.
And do not believe
So
him.
I'd have to be a witness that he really didn't mean and say that he really didn't
Just
mean what he
kidding.
said.
Oh, he didn't mean what he said, and he really didn't mean it when he held that pillow down.
Pastor indicted,
You know.
yeah, for murder of
the-
elder
in-
abuse.
Elder abuse.
Elder abuse,
That's
yeah.
kind of Joe Biden as president. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Let's leave the politics.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I'm really sorry. Viewers, I'm really sorry about that. Okay?
Anyway, so yeah, we should. You want to put that back? You want to put that? What's that?
He's testing,
red man.
He's just testing it to see how strong it is.
I think he's testing his own limits.
Yes.
To see how long he could be broadcast before someone comes in and goes, pink slip, red and white make pink slip.
Let me tell you something.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know what I'm going to talk about?
Is this going to take long?
Maybe.
Hopefully it's about Jesus.
It is about Jesus.
Good, excellent, praise God.
You know, we come here every Wednesday
Yep.
to do stuff for Jesus. You know, we try to reach out into the community, and the community, you like to see whether or not the community is paying attention. And I do that through the numbers of plays that we're getting on our
If people
Our website.
watch, then people are paying attention.
yes.
Yeah.
I have 1.5 thousand from last week.
1.5 thousand, so 1,500.
Well, that's what it is, but I like
Somehow it sounds better.
You mean
Well,
something,
yeah.
something triggered that threefold growth?
and if you go down through,
Just for the music.
yeah,
You know what's interesting?
we had
Last
like
week-
And that's
482.
never happened on this portion.
Yeah.
No,
Is that correct?
Never.
It's never happened, but it,
No,
but
there
it
is
happens
one.
on yours
I
about
came-
every other week.
I came across one had 1 point some thousand.
Anytime you want to stop the conversation and just play music, it's fine.
Well, I know that. No, it isn't.
I told you that a long time ago. Hey, if you just want to just play music, that's fine.
And then what would you do?
I guess I have to record it, but
And what would Alvin do?
I'd listen.
Here we go.
And then we would just have music,
That's
and no more talk.
yeah.
There's a lot of people going out there going,
I guess they're not tuning into this anyway.
huh?
I guess I said I guess they're just not tuning into it anyway.
Well,
Right? Which is fine.
as far as I'm
fine.
concerned, the world is watching.
Well, that's you have to do that.
It
It was like me preaching to a black dot at the back of the church during COVID. I had to assume that there was a ton of people watching.
Well, there was.
because if I was doing it for one person, I'd be crying.
Well, there was a ton of people
That's
watching.
why this Sunday, and really a lot of Sundays recently, have been so awesome.
room
room was-
I know. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Hey, I mean, why would you want to just talk to two people? Oh, wait,
Well,
I'm
that's
sorry,
what we
I'm
had.
sorry, That was.
We-
No, but I mean,
and
like,
why would two people
when
want to
you've
talk
got
to you?
No, we're having a conversation. It's totally different. But I mean, if you're giving a
Totally.
just like you playing your music, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to play to an empty room.
I do
You have
it
a
all the
gift.
time.
You have a gift now. You're putting it online.
I know.
But you have a gift
Yeah,
that you're giving.
but you know, almost 2,000 people are watching you.
I know.
Look at that.
Is that amazing?
Amazing.
I mean to tell you.
Then I
And so you can't afford to pink slip me.
Well, I'm surprised there isn't a growth to it. That it's 1,000 and 1,200 and 14.
Well, it does do that sometimes. It depends on. In the beginning, it was like that, because in the beginning, people needed the reassurance that we wanted to give them. So as the weeks went on, we garnered strength. Now it's just I have friended more groups on Facebook more Christian-based groups.
As opposed to all those non-Christian ones you were posing into before.
Do you share the talking portion and the music
Yes,
portion?
yes, ma'am.
The same?
Yes.
Man.
Yes, Aloysius.
Okay.
Yes.
Just checking.
By the way, next time Roy calls, pick it up.
That
What?
No, we got some we bought some cameras at the house, so that when
He had
somebody comes to the
UFOs.
house, that was an indication that somebody
Oh.
walked in front of the camera.
He had UFOs last week.
There's UFOs all the time.
Tell him. Tell him, Alvin.
Yeah, I erased it though.
Unidentified flying objects.
Uh-huh.
It's always unidentified until you identify
Yeah, it was
it.
at 12 o'clock at nighttime. There was these 2 white dots. And
They were, and they did.
Oh, nice.
All over the yard.
Across my front yard.
Is it possible that there were fireflies at
No, they stayed on.
I decided it was spider must have went down on
Ooh,
it spun a
yeah.
new thing, and it was blowing back and forth in the wind.
Yeah.
And there a couple lights were reflecting off of portions of it because the two.
Well,
lights
some spiders
stayed-
are shiny.
Same
Stayed. They moved all around, but they stayed the same distance apart, and they stayed the same shape. It
I don't know. The truth is out there. Trust
could
no
have
one.
been a UFO, but I erased it.
Well, it was. Yeah, it
You
was
know, you
definitely a
didn't-
U.
You didn't go to Area 51, did you?
You can't. Nobody can go to Area 51.
You can go to the gate.
Yeah.
That says
Well, you can go to the
no
gate.
trespassing.
No trust, and you can't see anything from it.
Have you been there?
No.
That would be very interesting to me.
To go to the gate?
No.
That's all you can do. You can go to a gate, and it is so far from any installation of any kind that you can't see anything.
I used to work with a guy who thought there were aliens living in the desert because he read it in the National Enquirer.
I mean, there's an alien living right here.
Well,
So
I don't want to call you an alien.
I am.
Well,
I've got a number.
well, you're legal. You're a legal immigrant.
Right, but I'm
A legal
I'm a
immigrant.
legal. I'm a landed immigrant.
I saw your card now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not even green.
No, it's mostly green.
Well, it looks like a
It's not like
driver's
a
license
straight
now.
green card. Yeah,
Looks like a
what?
driver's license.
my green card. So
Green card.
my alien resident card.
He doesn't have his.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, but he doesn't have his
I-
hearing aids. And
I
stuff.
know.
I'm really disappointed.
Yeah. Well, one of these days
He wants you. He
One of
wants you
these-
to be a
one of
U.S.
these days
citizen.
I might-
Come on.
Can I
The
get you an
children
application?
are-
Can I get you an
You
application?
can, sure.
Okay,
You know,
I'll do that.
that's-
I'll take
The
care of it.
children are
I might frame
citizens.
it.
Your wife is a citizen.
Yeah, yeah. My children have the best of both worlds. They're technically Canadian citizens too.
Wait, they're technically
Hey, listen.
not.
You know what though? We're citizens of
We are citizens of the,
the
world.
kingdom of God.
The
That's
kingdom-
so much better than
Oh,
any
it is.
other.
You're right.
You know.
That's what brings us together every Wednesday.
That's right.
I don't know. Is that a good thing?
Yeah. So
Hmm.
it does.
So what else is going on here?
So you know,
we got.
I was listening to some podcasts about Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan when they came over,
Uh-huh.
and Christopher Columbus and Magellan were pretty Christian. I mean,
Were they?
More so than a lot of the sailors that came on the ships with them.
Well, Columbus would have been a Catholic, right?
I guess he probably would have been, but their one of their big objectives was to convert the natives wherever they landed to Christianity. And I found it amazing how sometimes they went in and in their notes they said how easily it was to convert people to Christians, and how sometimes it was very difficult.
Oh. Well,
You know, you come in and you can't even talk the language, and you're trying to tell them about your God, and
How do you?
You know, they're killing each other, and they're
Yeah.
and they don't understand each other's.
It's a good thing we had
personalities,
Mize.
and it was
Maze.
It would, I
Mize.
just think it would be pretty interesting and it was just kind of cool that was one of their main goals when they
To spread
when they
God's
settled
word.
here, to spread God's word.
And that would have been
That's how.
in the name
high
of
on
Ferdinand
high
and
on the
Isabella.
how high on the list that was?
And that you think Ferdinand and Isabella wanted that to happen?
Probably.
Okay. To the Nina, the Pinto, and the Santa
that's
Maria.
And after them, Charles.
That ties in really nicely with Pentecost that made it, you know, speaking other languages makes it a whole lot easier to be able to convey the gospel than not knowing. You know, I can only imagine what it would be like to encounter somebody without aid of any kind. When you encounter somebody that no one that you know has ever met before speaks a completely different language, how you would convey anything let alone the gospel.
Well,
that's hard. That would
Yeah,
be
well,
really
it
hard.
seemed like they all had their own mini religions. They didn't understand God, but they had idols and they had things that they worshipped too. So they had
The sun.
they had their own religion, but it wasn't Christianity.
Yeah.
Well, so I wonder though, if their hearts were vested into the religion that Columbus found them in, if their hearts weren't invested in that religion, why was it so easy to
Well, I think their religions were based on who they thought was the most powerful. For example,
The
if
sun
their-
or water or
if
moon
their-
or-
if their crops would grow because it would rain, the god
The rain
of
god.
rain was the most important to them.
Yeah.
And when the Spaniards and the Portuguese came over, and they were so powerful compared to their weaponry and their armor and everything was so much superior to the natives that they seemed to be very strong, and I think they related that to their god. That their god must be stronger than their god, possibly.
Ah,
Yeah, I never thought about that before.
that's very interesting. I have, because it makes me think of Jeopardy. Don't ask me why. Because Pocahontas and John Smith were a subject on Jeopardy a couple weeks back, and I couldn't get that all straight in my head the way it all happened. Magellan.
Watch the Disney movie, right?
Well, I don't watch
That'll give
Disney
you the-
movies. I don't. I've never seen The Little Mermaid.
Really?
Yeah,
Al sees it
yeah,
every
Grandpa.
weekend.
Grandpa.
Now
I
they're
know.
probably they've moved on.
I haven't seen it since my kids.
I was like, your kids were you've moved on to Frozen and right?
I don't watch anything with the grandkids.
Oh,
No?
no.
What do they watch?
I don't know.
You don't even know.
As far as movies, they watch, the cartoons on TV, like
Okay.
the something with unicorns and
Now they watch Blue's Clues and all that kind of stuff.
Bluey.
Louis, I've never seen an
And
episode.
now Bluey is a good cartoon.
I've never
it's
seen it, but I've heard it's.
little short ones in there, and they've got good message, good message cartoons.
And what about SpongeBob SquarePants?
No.
I don't know what.
Another one of these shows that's as much for adults. As,
Oh, see, I've never.
Blue. I've heard good things about Blue.
Bluey, yeah,
never
and
seen it.
and
so.
it's over. They just had the last.
whole thing?
The last show.
Ever.
Yeah, so
Well, not
it,
for the
it's been on.
season.
No, ever. They stopped making.
Oh.
it, and they had a final show, and I heard it was pretty touching. That
Okay.
most people in my family who watched it cried.
Ah,
I think you're going to have to watch it and report back to us.
Yeah,
yeah,
so.
you may have to.
You're a crier.
I'll work on it.
You're an emotional
Yeah,
guy.
that one you
I'm a
said.
crier.
Yeah, it's good.
True, he is.
Come back, you report on it, and you're going to be in tears about it.
We
That's all
we
right.
talked
I mean,
about some things.
It's all right
the
to cry.
chat on the family channel here was
It's all about Bluey.
was all that was
Really?
it was
Look
a
at him
while
going for his
ago.
phone.
I like this. This is you're getting reports on. Okay, so your family chats on Messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have ours is international because of that. So, for some.
It was a
On
while
Messenger?
Yeah.
What about WhatsApp?
Oh, covered bridges. Look at this. This is a fun. You got nice shared pictures back in April. It's mid-April.
ago. Yeah, see,
Mike and
Amberly,
Amberly.
have you guys watched the last Bluey yet?
Is
Is
it the last
forever?
Oh, there's
the
a wedding.
Yes, not
Oh,
Hey,
yet.
you know,
I was at a birthday party and gave Mike specific directions not to watch it without me, is what his wife said.
wow.
And Kimberly said, Gerald and I pretty much did the same thing, but no party. We know that we're not allowed to watch it without each other.
These are
And we just watched it. Wow, what a whirlwind of emotions.
these are 30
Yeah,
something year old adults.
Gerald and I cried.
These are 30 something. How old's Kim? 30.
35.
35.
hey, you know,
year
last
old
week
and-
when I went downstairs,
And
I
she
walked.
said she saw you.
I walked right into Nick and Molly.
Oh, at the
Yeah, and your daughter said hello, Kenton, but I couldn't remember her name. So
did you at least say hello? Or
yeah,
you just
I said hello.
couldn't remember her name, so you just walked by
No,
like this.
because I knew the kid's name, so they knew
Nikki.
Nick and
I don't
Nick
like
and
Nick.
Molly.
I was gonna say he doesn't
I
go
don't
by
like
Nicky.
Nick.
He does. He likes Nick.
Oh, does he
likes-
Does he?
He likes that name.
I call him Tricky.
Well-
Nick.
Nicky Boy. He likes Nicky,
Nicky
Boy.
Boy?
Nicky. When I was leaving the office one day last week, they were ushering them out to the playground, and I just came through the door, and he went, "Hey," and I went, "Nicky." Yep, he's such a cutie. I take him home in a heartbeat and keep him. He's a cute little boy.
Cute.
Yeah, cute little boy. So we got Pentecost going on here.
Yep.
We're dog sitting this week.
We're what?
Or who?
Linda and I are dog sitting for the Joneses.
Are they still? Are they still gone?
They're in Myrtle Beach. They bid and won on a trip to Myrtle Beach at the Pine Springs
Oh, is that the
dinner.
one?
Last fall.
Hope they got
bid
it
and
cheap.
won.
Is it warm in there yet?
It's
Myrtle
it was 75 to 80 degrees every
But you
day.
couldn't get in the ocean, I'm sure.
The water was probably cool.
A little nippy.
No, it's get inable, but it's probably cool.
See, that's why I always liked going more south to Miami, because even in January you
Because
get in.
we were there last May for Dan and Kim ran a race there.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were in Myrtle Beach. That's the first time I've been there. And
Oh,
so
that's
we
right.
went down to the ocean and put our feet in the water, and the water was cool, but it was swimmable.
Yeah.
When I was on the East Coast down in Florida,
Recently.
it was still, last month. It was still
Cold.
Yeah, I just walked on the sand. I wasn't.
No.
Yeah, little water on the feet, and that's about. It was cold.
Well, I like sometimes. I have in the past gone to Mingo Creek, parked my car, take my shoes and socks off,
Okay.
and put it in the water because that water's freezing.
Yeah,
and it just feels good. Mm-hmm. It just feels good.
that's why the golf is a little bit better, right?
Yeah. And so Brennan is going to be down there in the Bay at Tampa Bay, and I get to go and see him.
We drive down August 8th
Oh my!
with him. We come back August 10th without him.
Oh my goodness!
Unless it's like camp, and they get homesick, and they
And
want to come back.
we'll let you know whenever we go down there, and
Go for it.
we'll take a care package down.
Awesome.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Anybody wants to visit? Yeah.
I'm going to visit. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we've
Absolutely.
got church members who live right almost around the corner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
That's right.
I don't think
he'll be
anybody's-
fine.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Don't worry, Dawn. Don't you cry. Don't shed a tear.
I don't think I will.
Well, I
be
think
all
you
right.
might.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
your
see.
oldest.
It is. Yeah.
Leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go and see ya.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he'll cry?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
When Steve went to college at Washington and Jefferson, they had a orientation the first year that the kids were there, and they had all the adults, all the parents come into one room, and while the kids were all someplace else, and the president of the university spoke to us all. And he was telling us about what to expect in the first year and everything, and then he passed out a piece of paper to everybody and a pencil. And he says, "Now I want everybody here to write a letter to your son or your daughter."
Aww.
And giving them encouragement, telling them what you think about them, telling them whatever you want to tell them. Just write a letter to your kid, fold it up, put it in an envelope, put their name on the front. I'm going to hold on to it until they graduate.
Oh.
And so I'm going to put it in my file cabinet, and when graduation comes 4 years from now, I'm going to get those letters out. I'm going
How
to
cool.
give them to them. I thought that was
Did
really
he
cool.
get the letter?
So he graduated in the COVID year.
Oh.
And he went to Penn State for a couple of years, and so we were in a group with a bunch of freshman parents, and he was actually kind of a junior at the time. So he graduated, and this was a new president of the college, so this was the first year that they had done it. And when he graduated also in December rather than
Then May.
than May, and he never got the letter. And I got in touch with, I looked up the president's name, ended up getting his secretary, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, we forgot all about this. Is out of whack, and because COVID and this and that and the other thing," and they ended up getting it out. and
Oh,
sending it
cool.
to him, so that was good.
Cool.
That was really nice.
Well, I did the same thing with Canonsburg recently because the church, for an anniversary, like, I don't know, 35 years or something like that, they bought me a tree down on Pike Street.
Yeah.
And there was a
Plaque.
Time
a
capsule.
plaque,
Oh,
a time capsule, with my hair in it. There was a plaque with my name on it, and for so many years of service here. And when they redid downtown, they took those plaques away.
Right.
And I called the town, 100 town, 1-800 town. I said, "Where's my plaque?"
They said we melted it down.
No, because I said we paid this money, and it was supposed to be for perpetuity.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so a
they
week
said-
later, they called me back, and they said, Mr. Klink, you're right. And then a week after that, I got a text with a picture of my plaque all shined up and back under the tree. My tree, it lived this year. Usually my tree down there dies.
And
It's
they
right.
and they have to replant it.
Yeah. It's on the corner of Jefferson and Pike Street right here. Right here.
Kenton's tree.
Yeah.
Speaking of, by the way, two things, but then I think we should probably
You know who
move
always
towards your.
You know who always looks at that? I always run into him. There is Dr. Weldy.
Yeah.
He looks at me and he points at me. He said, "I know that guy." Yeah, yep. And Dennis has a plaque too. His is out at McGrogan's. His tree's in front of McGrogan's.
I was like, speaking of Pike, I drove by your establishment the other day.
My establishment, the Pike Inn.
Yeah.
And
Is it still?
Is it open?
No.
It didn't look. No. Is it pretty bad?
I don't know. I haven't gotten any.
Yeah.
I have.
See. I was worried. I'm like, is this ever gonna?
Is the Dollar General open?
Yeah, the dog.
Thought it was, yeah.
It is open. Yes. So I don't know if they said the water did get up in there. They needed new carpet anyhow. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I have the gentleman that was running the place. I have his telephone number. I should call him just to find out.
Yeah, he was just renting the place.
Well, he was running the
He
business.
doesn't own it. He
No.
doesn't own the building. He rents the building from the guy.
Correct.
The guy over at the
Correct.
brewery owns
Correct.
the store.
I didn't know that.
That is correct.
Okay.
And what we talked about last week about Grandes,
Yeah.
remember you and I?
Yes.
He didn't buy that. He didn't buy that. Your person that told you that assumed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't buy that. I investigated.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I investigated.
Okay.
Yeah, we do stuff. Me and Alvin.
Do you have a
Aloysius.
relationship outside of these 30 minutes?
Oh, sometimes we do.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got lots of stuff. to
Sometimes
talk
a text. I'll text him, and 3 days later he'll text me back.
Well, because he doesn't want you to think that he's looking at his phone's tied to his hip.
It's not.
It's not. By the way,
believe me.
one other thing that I think inquiring minds want to know, or better yet, be made aware of. Al, Kenton got something else new this week, didn't he?
New? I got tennis shoes.
Ding, ding, ding. Bright white. Now listen, you just need to know this, okay? It's very possible that you might see a bright, shining light meandering its way down Pike Street or